Yo, yeah, yo, it's your boy Professor Picking it, trying to get active on iTrade Asian. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm, mm, yeah. No, it's true. Um, last week, last week, I said last week was pretty festive. If you watched last weekend's weekend analysis, the market pretty much played how we thought it was gonna play, and just from the outlines and the diagrams we got established here, pretty much smashed up some shit this week. But AU overall was funky. I didn't really stick with it as much as I usually do, especially after missing this big ass drop right here. But what I wanted to do with this video was do a back testing video. But when I sent out the shout out, ain't nobody replies that they want to do a back testing video. So I was like, I just do compare and contrast then, show what we were looking at last week and then kind of lead into the weekend analysis on another video. So right now, just kind of looking back at what we thought was going to happen from last week's weekly open versus what actually did and where I get active throughout the market. So as you know, AU pretty much is my overall baby mom right now. I used to be with GJ last year a lot. You know what I'm saying? We was dating for a little bit, and then GJ started tripping. So I started, going over there and chilling with because I just that should be getting on my nerves. Just how price actually be reacting with GJ sometimes. So I had to slide through with AU, and then she was treating me nice, and I've been rocking with her for a little minute now, and yeah, what this price she got going on recently, it just ain't lining up like some of the other stuff I'm gonna show later on within the video. But overall, who's identifying GJ is bullish, structure, whatever, within the range. Um, so as if you hit that bar replay and you bring that thing back this week, let me see what we were looking for. I don't even know. Based off of the way this is drawn up. It would have been continuation buys based off of that 4 hour level right over here. And then we got support. Yeah, so we were looking for some type of retracement to see if price action was going to continue to go bullish. So we go back to that hourly. What we had was, let's see, hit that play button. Price action opened up bullish, then dipped down into the lows. So what I was looking for right here, when price action opened up here, we saw the spike breaking above the highs, looking for the continuation buys. I had an area within the market where I said I thought price action was going to pull back to the retest and then scoot back to the top to retest these highs. Ultimately, with the outside of that H range, price action created that high, came down and created that low, and as it started to break structure on the fitting, I think I let all of this play out and then got in like right over here. But yeah, this was the setup. Price action react from the level I was looking for on the lower time frame or higher time frames to lower time frames, and got in and hit that play button, and ultimately just want to smack them stop losses. Ended up holding through all this. Ultimately looking for the buys because price action on a higher time frame is bullish, trend and structure. Um, on to the next day. Price action. I thought I had, pretty much a good entry. Looked like it lined up well from the 1 hour time frame, but price action came down, created that support right over here, created those equal lows. As price action took off with this trade, and I noticed that we really didn't clear, we really didn't clear these highs right here, looking to the right as price action took off from our trade right here, and we really didn't break solidly above these highs. That's when I identified these equal lows, and I knew automatically. I didn't close out. I ended up letting this run, and I took a full stop on this. But when I saw this produce after I got in, when I identified it after I got in, and I saw we didn't close both of these highs, I knew this move would take place, and it happened during the London session, pre-New York. And then ultimately, what we had was price action ended up doing later on retesting those highs and playing out. So then that was Sunday going into Monday. Now we going into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday's Asian session. So ultimately, I was looking for a continuation buys on a lower time frame. Thought price action was going to roll over here. It didn't. Going into Monday's Asian session, didn't really necessarily like a setup here for buys. Um, Ultimately, price action is still somewhat bearish. High, low, potential lower high area. We do get that lower low. So hadn't necessarily seen price action roll over just yet until we get to Tuesday night's Asian session. And ultimately, what I saw was this was the low that was created. And then from this low area, we created a new high closing above this area. So ultimately, the thought process was, could we see a retracement back into this structure? We already had it somewhat during the New York session, back into this structure, kind of rejected here and pushed higher and gave you a new high. So if it did retest, wanted to look for a buy entry from somewhere right up in this area, right on that 69,854 area, potentially go back and finish retesting these highs like we were looking for previously. And yeah, that's what pretty much ended up happening. Pretty much was watching all of this price action right up in here on the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, I'm thirsty. But ultimately, this was the level I was looking for price action to short off from, and I wanted to see how it reacted from this area first. If it rolled over and went back bullish from this area here, I was getting back in for the buys, and then I had another position way down here just in case these didn't work out, and it pulled back deeper within this range from the low to the high. So I was expecting it to retest to one or two levels right here. Was going to see how it reacted in this area first. And if it held up there, then definitely was going to take the buys, as you can see indicated there. But then if it broke through this level and continued, I was looking for it to come back down deep within the range and then take the buy from down there and then get back up out of there bullishly. So as we continue to run it back or, get that bar replay, we'll see how price action kind of dropped a little bit, like 10 or 15 pips. I did catch a little bit of that, took on short right there. I said, okay, well, if it's there, I'm gonna hop in. So looking at it from the 5 minute, we have price action creating higher highs, higher lows right over here. Then we start to consolidate right up in here. So this for me doesn't necessarily indicate that price action is going to retrace at this point, but I'm looking for a retracement, hoping for a retracement, so that I can get in for buys again. And that's pretty much, like I said, what price action did. Didn't drop as deep as I thought it was, but as it came down, had a little sniper entry from right up in there. That thing took off. Let's see. Go ahead in here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, hit that pause button. So hit that one trade. Or wait, what was that? Yeah, we down here. Let's see. Oh, we went down again. Yeah, so hit this one for TP. And then after that, I kind of pulled away from AU because I saw something on GJ, I saw something on UCAT, I saw something on UJ, I saw something on GU, and I saw something on Gold. So it was like, hey, you've been acting funny lately. So, but that price action continue. I really don't remember what kind of happened right up in here. Like I said, I started pulling away from it. But as we can see, let's hold on, let's bump it out to the hourly. As we can see, price action pushed up into that 4 hour level or pushed up into this area, creating a 4 hour resistance. And something that I missed and I didn't see, I saw somebody else on Twitter taking AU shorts, and I was like, what did he see AU shorts at? And it was a drastic ass drop, which is about to come once this candle finishes doing what it's doing right up here. And my man caught it from the top. So I'm like, ooh, if he can do it, I can do it. So your boy went and investigated, and I found out, I can't give y'all all the secret sauce on these, free lives, but I can line it up for you like that. And if you know how to get down, you can get down. If you don't, then hit them comments and I can show you how to identify that. But he caught it from the top and it just leaked. I was like, damn, what did I miss? Because I was waiting for a reaction once we create this resistance right here, especially on the higher time frame, when it's 4 hour on the 4 hour chart and the 1 hour or 1 hour in the daily. And yeah, and he caught the leakage. Zooming back in, y'all boy. But basically, price action pushed back into a level, started to create a resistance on a 1 hour, 4 hour chart. Hit that play button and just leaks and just leaks and just leaks. And so once price action dropped right here, like I said, I wasn't really following AU 100% this week. Once I did come back and did and see the charts and saw this drop right here, I missed prior to what caused that. So I didn't take any trades right up in here. Once it got down here, I did look for buys. And then, once the agent session opened and it just leaked, I definitely pulled away from AU. So as the market continues, we pushed into that level on the higher time frames, right up in here at 76.30, and then reacted bearishly. We did break structure on the hourly chart, but we did not break I would say, key level after the retest that pushed us back into the high. So we did not break structure here. And then now we should be looking for the reaction based off of price action pushing back into the structural level. So pushback bullish coming into the Asian session right here. What we can see is on the hourly chart, for me, where I would have been looking for buys, if we blank this all right here, hourly chart price action is dropping, come down, retest, pulls back. This would have been the last supportive area or resistance area that pushed price into the lows. As we start to close above that, that is one that key things I look at or pay attention to as price action is doing this thing throughout the charts. And when price action reacts from this level, especially if it closes above and does not break this low, then I'm looking for the price action to scoot back to that top side right there. So when you come back into the charts and you bring back the analysis, that kind of builds up the psychology for this next trade. But I think I missed this one, got an M on it. So I missed this one, but close above that level. Looking for the retracement throughout the Asian. See how far it's going to pull back and then potentially enter there. Since I see the diagram here, I'm guessing I was looking for an entry from right here to pull back into this 1 hour set support, but it should be a resistance right here. Yeah. So that play button, let's see what's regulating. Okay. So we came out in the Asian session and created that low first, then immediately pushed higher, created that Asian high. So normally at this point, what I've been looking for is where is price action going to hold up on a 15-minute level? And what I would do is we'll choppy. So what I would have did was identify this area right here, which probably what led me to this entry right here, and would have waited for a rejection from this area right here on this 15-minute time frame, and then would have been looking for buys. Hit that play button. Beep, beep, boop, 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 beep, boop. Ooh, yes. Do that thing. Scoot up there. Scoot up there. Look at that, boy. Ooh. I was sick. I didn't get in. I missed all of that. But yeah, that's how I would have interpreted that. That's how I would have read that price action. And I know some people would say, oh, well, you've seen this play out and you know how it's going to work. Well, no, not really. That's just how I would read the charts. When we go to these next examples, I ain't gonna break them down as crucially as this one, but I'll go through and show where I was trying to get in, why I got in, and how price action got busy. It's gonna be the same exact way as right up in here. So missed out on this one on AU. I was questioning it because of the big ass drop. You know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't 100% sure if this 1 hour level was going to hold up or if it was this one that I need to see that close above. And then, but once I did see it close and then we didn't break the low here, made a new high, somewhat of a higher low, pushed up, pulled back. Back to the top side. Let's get it. I think that's pretty much it for the rest of AU for the rest of the week. Because I didn't participate in none of this right here. Ooh, but yeah, potentially if price action open next week and we stay above this would be SR flip right here. It continues to stay above there, boys. Going right back up to that out there. Let's see. We do got a couple levels right here in between there, but we could see it's gonna do the back to the top side. We got a clean range on the 1 hour time frame. Ooh, that looks real gorgeous. Got a lot of pips to take care of right there. But yeah, back to you, Scott. For the rest of the week, that's pretty much it. So had this L earlier, couple scalps right here for a couple TPs, parts TPs, whatever. Right here, missed on that one. Clicking on GJ. From the weekend analysis, I know this was a lot clearer because it still has the actual weekend analysis drawings on it. So weekend analysis price action opens up here. Looking for the price action is going to go bullish. We want to see closes above that 1 hour level. If you're going to go bearish, we want to see rejections from that 1 hour level and catch the shorts back into that 4 hour support. But what we had to go down was price action got above and closed above. And I missed because I was looking at UJ and getting in on UJ, so I missed over here. But as the thing pushed up, the thing went up there and pushed all the way into that supply zone that we identified from price action looking left. And yeah, created that 4 hour resistance and it started to pull back. Now, the thing is, when we pull back her, the key indicator for me, if price action can continue to go bearish, is the way it reacts to structure that we just recently created when we pushed up into this level. So if we bring the charts and we're looking, we see, okay, price action was here. We got above that level. We're looking for an hourly chart. Close above here, pull back the data. We come back down. We don't break structural price action because data from originally. So now we're continuing bullishly onto the top side. Okay, so you bring back the analyses and what you see here. I missed this one trade right here. I originally was only targeting the structure most recently broken, looking left, right up and over her. That was for 125 pips. But Hatchet Boy actually got into the whole trade, right? We was looking for this live from the 80th session. I would have stroked out right there on scene. I was live. Um, I was live right over her. You know what I'm saying? When I was dropping the chart analysis to the guys in the group, right over here, I was drawing it up for those guys right there. Yes, right here, market just went nuts. See, this is what I was targeting. Right up in that level. I don't think this is GJ. Oh, yes, it is GJ. That's what I was looking for. We got the befores, so it ain't just all aftershots. The befores is on here too, somewhere. There's a lot of, but either way, we missed the initial, so price action went stupid on us and pushed all the way up. But let's see, when we came back down, what we was looking for was a reaction based off the structure that was more recently broken on a higher time frame. Wait, no, we was looking for I don't know, I can't remember. Oh, yeah. We was looking for the reaction based off of previous retest of demand. That's what we was looking for right here. And we was hoping for price action to roll back over, but right here, kind of got in prematurely, and as you can see, got smacked out right over there, right over here. I don't think that ran for, or maybe it did. GJ send me them thing, ran for the whole thing. Got smacked out right over there, but the move that I was anticipating right over here did play out right over here. So we got smacked out right over here, let price action react, and then finally show us what we were looking for before, climb back on top of that level, and we got in right over her. And this was one that we let run a long ass time, all the way to right up in here. We was looking at price action as it reacted based off as it reacted off a structure level to the left. And as it just pushed into that level, I just closed out the whole thing based off of the timing. It was like 12 o'clock New York session. So somewhere right up in here, closed out of those. So two busting up wins on GJ. Did miss the initial one, had the loss right over here. Shit is in there somewhere. Yeah. Um, yeah, so that was what it was on UJ. I mean on GJ. UCAT was an interesting one because at the beginning of the week, price action was stuck in that range on a higher time frame. And what we wanted to see was price action close above that zone. But what had happened is I had my levels marked incorrectly. And I didn't recognize it until after price action had done its thing. Originally, I had it identified like this with the level I was looking for price action to come into right up there. But after price action reacted, I noticed that should have been identified from down there based on a couple other things I identified throughout the market. And yeah, that's what actually happened. So if I would have identified correctly looking left, I would not have continued to look for these buys that, one got on that break even, one that we did was able to capture some profits on it, but not as much as I was hoping. As I was looking for price action to come deeper within this level, but break even here, small win there. Yeah, like I said, price action was stuck within a consolidation range on the 1 hour time frame. And what we're looking for a price action was to break out higher or lower. Either way, we're looking for the break, retest, and then come back into my levels looking left. I had one here, one there. And then yeah, we got the retest, and I was shooting, bushing like automatic whipping. So allow price action to come down and set up that supportive area within that structure, most recently broken, came back and retested that structure again, held up. I was actually in as price action rolled over right over here. As we came down bullishly right here, pushed down, made a lower low as we closed above right there as a retest. I was back in. Yep, pulled back, pushed into profits. I think after sitting through this little drawdown right here is what made me slide them stops up to break even immediately. And then we broke above for a little bit and come back and got stopped out at break even. But, yes, we did manage to get back in and capture some profits. Like I said, as price action started to push up, going through the trade, you see price action just chopping for me anyways. It wasn't necessarily a good sign. So I was already eager to get out, especially after getting into this one, and it didn't necessarily take off like I wanted to take off coming from this level I was looking forward to react from powerfully, especially bullish manner. So definitely closed that one in profits. And then price action just rolled over and that thing just melted. And I know why. So like I said, had I analyzed the charts correctly and identified that level correctly, I would have, been looking for them shorts instead of them damn longs. But clicking over to UJ, UJ is where shit really got active. From the weekend analysis, like I was saying, we were looking to see if GJ or UJ was going to continue in its bearish manner. And one of the things we were looking to identify was how did price action react once it started to close back above structure. We identified the things we needed to see, like I've been saying the whole video. But yeah, identify the things we needed to see. And once price action pushed up, came back, created a little support area right here. It was on and cracking. I'm start flexing like an automatic whip. But price action came back, retested that supportive area, and we did push up and create this high right over here. Did capture some profits. As you go down to the 15 and you watch it start to break down, trail stops all D time. So stops right up there, got trailed out right up there. So that little W right there. Went back out to the hourly. And yeah, price action just went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Did miss all of this because, this right here took off and it just happened so quick. I was like, bro, I'm not giving, that's like 90 pips in like 15 minutes. Or like an hour. I'm not giving 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours right there. Let me see. When I got in, that shit took off immediately. It did not feel like I was in the trade for 3 hours, but I guess it was. But that boomed. And I was like, yeah, I'm trailing because that was like 90 pips right there. Yeah. So did end up missing the rest of the actual move as we closed above structure. And when it came back, I said, okay, did we close below where the move, somewhat started from? No, not really. We kind of retested and rejected. We rolled over, but didn't close above here. So potentially we could take back off. Look at it from the 15-minute time frame on this one. Price action came in, kept me in, and then once it took off, like I said, I love sliding stops in the break even, especially when them joints is this big. That's 80 pip stop loss. Yeah, get in the stops, get it into break even for me as quickly as possible is okay with me, especially if I have two possible zones that I'm looking to possibly execute from, which is what happened right over here on UJ. And that second one, we get in from where we really like to get in from, and it takes out to the top side. So pretty much a good win there on UJ. And GU missed out on GU this week. Was expecting a deeper retracement. As we come back to the higher time frames, price action was bullish that we were looking at currently, and we were looking for if we were going to get the continuation buys. One thing I identified or pointed out was once we pushed back from that reaction from that level we were looking to take short from, we did not really break any higher time frame structure. So definitely thought price action could continue bullish. It did, come open and drop barely, but it did start to roll back over, eventually breaking that high and continuing higher. Was looking for, after we broke this high, I was looking for a deeper retracement. So kind of how I missed out on GU for the most part this week. Once it got up here, pushing into that higher time frame supply, not really interested. So yeah, let that thing, see what it's gonna do. If it's gonna continue, we'll watch that thing break above as it comes back. Tend to take buys from right up in here. If it leaks, like it to break some structure, this definitely needs to be re-identified because yeah. But like to see it break some structure first, catch it off the retracement, and then watch it leak. What's now the gold? Yeah. So ultimately, 2 weeks ago, caught out these buys from right over here, and this is the total pippage it's been pushed so far. Um, this is the target area yet again, like 2 weeks later. And the only thing we managed to line up this week on gold was these shorts right over here. We saw price action create new highs. Kind of was just expecting a retracement. We saw price action pull back here and thought we would have got some type of reaction when it did not break structure. When it pulled back, it started to leak. Definitely started to frame the shorts, and yeah, it pretty much played out right back into the area we next would have been looking for a reaction from, and got to the top side. Did not look for any of this. Only look for these shorts because I looked at the chart and it was just sitting there. I was like, oh yeah, see potential shorts on gold. Go back to the original post of that. That was on right here. What price action currently was just below that level. Was looking for the shorts back into that 1 hour support, and as you can see, the thing leaked. From a 15-minute standpoint, we was watching it during the Asian session, so it had. Let me see. No, this is no. This is just a range. Where's the Asian session at? Somewhere right up here. But yeah, we was watching it during the Asian session, and price action high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, equal low, potentially new lower high to go lower was the kind of the psychology. Did understand that if this level did not hold up, that price action did have potential to pull back and retest this structure right up here one more time. But fortunately, the charts held up, bro, and the structure held up, and that leaked, and that's what it was. After that, did not revisit gold, but wanted to see as we push into this level right now, her price action break, and eventually does create that new high. So ultimately, from a higher time frame point of view, you have a low to a high to a higher low to a higher high. So ultimately, probably could be looking for a deeper retracement for a higher low for a new higher high, but yeah, I think we're just gonna keep chugging along right into right up in here. I don't trade gold that often, so yeah, but as I'm starting to look at it, with later market experienced eyes, it's starting to look like you know what I'm saying. So we could get active on that thing, but this video starting to get kind of lengthy. My mouth is dry, and I got shit to do. So I think that's what we're gonna end it up at. For compare and contrast for this past week of January. Like I said, it was a booming and busting week. Video got kind of lengthy right there because I didn't think I was gonna dive deep into you like that, but you've been tripping lately. I wanted to throw them hands with her, but luckily GJ, UJ, UCAD came through for your breath this week. So we was clucking. Yeah. We was clucking. Yeah. I'm just tripping. Yeah. That's all I got for this one. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm out.